Welcome back to Great Day. According to some estimates, there are about 4,200 religions and belief systems around the world. Even among same religions, there are differences in how we observe. Our next guest considers his religion as Christian. They worship at the Kingdom Hall instead of a church, and they don't celebrate Christmas or other holidays, and a funeral is called a memorial.
Why do Jehovah's Witnesses observe the Lord's Supper differently from the way other religions do?
In yet another campaign mocking their members, Watchtower has once again embedded key occultic symbols within their religious propaganda. In the 2018 invitation to the celebration of Christ's death, the Watchtower employed symmetry art to strategically place a subliminal image of the face of a dog. This dog's face would reveal their esteem and admiration for the Chinese zodiac. This is because, according to the Chinese zodiac, 2018 was the year of the dog. Watchtower is doubling down in 2021 with its cryptic use of this yearly calendar. On the front cover of the 2021 memorial invitation, positioned on the left-hand side behind what seems to be Jesus, there lies a tree. But look closer at this tree. When placing a mirror to the right of this image, just behind the head of Jesus, notice that a new picture slowly comes into view. Your first inclination might be to shudder at the demonic nature of the ghostly image, but look closer. Notice the placement of the horns, the placement of the eyes, the elongated face. And now it becomes apparent that you're staring into the face of a bull, or more specifically an ox. This is because, according to the Chinese zodiac, 2021 is the year of the ox. You may be asking, why the use of the Chinese zodiac? This is because, just like the Jewish calendar, the Chinese zodiac is based around different phases of the moon. Watchtower, being obsessed with the divine feminine, often refers to its own organization as a heavenly woman. This heavenly woman, in religious tradition and in folklore, is often depicted as the moon. Also, the Chinese zodiac is made up of what are known as earthly branches. This is also significant because Watchtower refers to its members as an earthly class, or earthly branch, not having the ability to reach heaven. But why focus on the ox this year? And what is its significance to Jesus? Well, the ox is also a Chinese legend. The legend goes,
the ox was once a messenger of heaven who lived in the heavenly palace. One day the God of heaven, or the Jehovah, gave the ox an assignment. The ox was to go down to earth, which was a vast desert. The people there who lived in the desert would pray to this Jehovah to send someone to plant grass, hoping to improve the environment. Jehovah then gave this assignment to the ox, instructing him to plant grass in the desert. But the ox, being careless, stubborn, and ignorant, planted far too much grass, so much that it impacted the farmer's crops, affecting the food, working against Jehovah's intended purpose, and ultimately turning the people against God. In Jehovah's anger, he then kicked the ox out of heaven, cursing him to forever eat grass in order to clean up the mess he had once created.
a messenger of God, kicked out of heaven, forever cursed? What could any of this have to do with Jesus? Quite a lot for pseudo-Christian organizations with the goal to make a mockery of Christians in general.
Right.
Because we kind of, being the neighbor next door, most people can't tell us from anybody else. We're just neighbors.
Yeah.
We have jobs, but we practice a different form of Christianity.
Yeah.
We practice a different form of Christianity.
Yeah. And a funeral is called a memorial. And a funeral is called a memorial.
Keep this in mind next time Jehovah's Witnesses ask you to join them in celebrating the death of Jesus.